Hey guys, so this is a budgeting update video on the off weekend from when I actually got paid. So, it's like completely delayed and confusing, and it's really just to show you that like I am still budgeting. I'm just failing, and it's kind of demoralizing, I suppose. I write out my budgets initially in this notebook, and they're all kinds of messy, and they have my mistakes, and they look like chaos. And then I transfer it over into the actual official budgeting planner that I use so that they're tidy. And normally, as you know, I do pages like this where I write it all onto like these little notepad pages, and then I use washi tape to attach them in because the pages in the book aren't really set up for filling in information like this. The pages are designed for showing day-to-day spending, but I don't use them that way. But I decided, well, no, it's not that I decided. In February, I did the budget in the notebook where it's all messy in this one, and then I never transferred it over because it just, I don't know, I didn't. I did the budget, I paid the bills as best as I could, and then I didn't go any farther with it in making it cute or filling it into the budget planner or filming a video, even though I really enjoy doing those things because, like, it's really just me recording how much I'm sucking right now with my budget. And I don't know, I couldn't bring myself to do that next step. But I've decided I need to get back into doing things. I just need to suck it up. So I thought I would do a catch-up video, let you see where things are at, let you see what happened with the last two paychecks, and then next weekend is a payday weekend, and I guess I'll see what happens then. So here is my calendar from February, and I want to apologize for the lighting and sort of the placement of this. My desk is buried under some things, and the cat, who's right here, is taking over the ottoman that I would normally place the book on so that I could then set up a tripod. So this is just on my lap on those little lap desk things, and we're just gonna hope he doesn't walk all over the pages. So my February calendar, I filled it in just today. I filled it in. It is currently March 3rd, so that's how far behind I am. I used some cute stickers, put in the notes for like when the various things were due, when things happen, put in my paydays over there. Now, instead of writing the information out on the notepad sheets and then using washi tape to tape it in, I thought I would just try writing it on the actual page and ignore the fact that it's meant for day-to-day spending and just fill it in with the information that I want it to contain. More so because I thought it's saving paper, so it's a bit more environmentally friendly, and I don't know, I just wanted to give it a try. I actually kind of like it, so I might continue doing it this way going forward. So February 9th, this paycheck, my balance in the account when I started budgeting was $2,043.09. So that contained, though, $100 that was a gift from my mom for Valentine's Day, $160.44 that was rolled over from the previous paycheck, and then $212.50 that's in there. It's money for Striker, the cat, and money set aside for work parking for when I start going back into the office, that normally I would be putting over into the cash envelopes, but as discussed previously, I've been meaning to pull that out as actual physical cash to have it in a physical envelope instead of the digital cash envelopes that I'm using for the other categories. And I hadn't pulled it out yet, so I'm just making a note to like deduct it from my calculations so I don't accidentally spend it on bills, because that money is spoken for. So then that really left me with a starting amount of $1,570.15. So I took out $650 for half of my rent. $266.72 went towards my SUV payment. I put $80 on my Visa, $364.52 on my line of credit, $19.02 on my Neo MasterCard, $60 towards my cell, and then $216 was needed to go towards my sinking fund, which put me into the negatives. So negative $86.16 was now my new balance, and I wasn't done yet though. So then I still had to take out $259.50 for the cash envelopes, which put me $345.66 negative. So then I added back in the $160.44 from the rollover, and then I added back in the $100 from my mom, and then I took normally I put $50 towards gas money, but I cut it in half, so $25 was left to go towards gas, $25 got put back into this budget. And then the same thing, I usually budget $50 for sort of like a fun category, and I cut that in half, and so 25 stayed for like the cash envelopes, the digital cash envelopes for fun, and the rest of it got brought back into the budget. And then I completely took the money that was normally going to go into my Dragon Boat sinking fund and my present sinking fund and put it back into the budget. So that left me with a balance of $4.78. So the only way I was able to put money towards what needed to be put was to cut back on things that I normally put money towards and use gift money and the totality of the rollover from the last paycheck. So that's not good. And that only left me with $4.78 in the bank. So that's really not good. So then I have the breakdown. I just wrote at the top where the various things in the budget were coming from, the Striker money rollover and the gift, and then the breakdown of the cash envelopes. And then I have a little note beside Striker to leave that money actually in the bank account. So there's no money going towards work parking because I'm working from home right now. I budgeted myself $60 for groceries, nothing for takeout, miscellaneous $25, fun for $25, physio for $42. I can't change physio, that's kind of a set price, and gas is now at $25. So $177 instead became what got put into my cash envelopes. And then the sinking funds, I have to always be able to find the money for the insurance sinking funds, if nothing else. So the SUV and the tenant insurance. And then I was able to fund the emergency fund and the tech sinking fund and travel, but I did not put money into the Dragon Boat or the present sinking fund. So normally I would have been putting $216 into the sinking fund. Instead I did $156. So by cutting things, that's the only way that I made it happen. Now this next paycheck, this is the one from February the 23rd. I had a starting balance of $1,381.17. And it's a very similar picture. I pulled out the money that is already spoken for Striker and for work parking. You will see that it's still the $212.50. That's because I forgot to add to it the $32.50 that I left in the bank when I did the last budget to go towards Striker. Yeah, oops. So I need to fix that. Then I pulled out money for rent, $80 towards the Visa. My minimum payment right now on my Visa is $70 something, so I just rounded up to $80. The line of credit minimum payment is now $346.32, so it went down a little bit from last time. I pay the minimum payment of the line of credit on every paycheck. That way I'm making at least 2 payments per month on the line of credit, and so then I'm always paying well over what the minimum payment is for the month to help pay it down as fast as I can. Neo is $13.42, 31 cents on the BMO card. This card confuses me because it's paid off in full, so I don't understand how random little interest charges keep appearing on it. And I looked online to figure out how to cancel it, and I have to find the physical card, and I just deal with the digital card in my app, so I don't even know where to start. The cell phone, I don't actually owe anything on my cell phone because I consistently pay $60 every paycheck to my cell phone to be always ahead of the game with it because the bill is a bit high. So right now, my payment or my statement from my cell phone company shows that I have a credit of it was 40 something dollars. So instead of paying $60 onto the cell phone, I paid 20. Cash envelopes, I needed $189.50, which is putting me into the negative by $130.88, and then I needed $96 for the sinking funds, which is a negative of $226.88. So cash envelopes, that's the breakdown of them again. And then the sinking funds, you can see this time I didn't fund the travel, the emergency fund, the Dragon Boat, or the present sinking fund. I pulled $300 from my emergency fund to go onto my Visa because I had to get the car repaired from the car accident and my deductible is $300. So I decided that emergency funds are there for a reason, and I pulled $300 to put onto the Visa for that. And then my Wealth Simple savings accounts, I pulled money from those to help make up the negative. So I pulled $157 from my Wealth savings account into the digital envelope account, which is actually also with Wealth Savings, so I didn't have to move it back to my regular bank account and then move it into the digital cash envelope account. I just moved it within Wealth Simple from one account to another, which is why I didn't reflect it back in here anywhere. And then I moved $96 from the Wealth Simple savings account back to my regular bank, I bank with Scotia, to put into the sinking funds. So that had a potential 3-day delay of being moved over, so I haven't actually funded the sinking funds with it yet, but I will as soon as that comes through. So yeah, I am kind of hooped. I'm on a modified work week because of injuries from a car accident. Car insurance is really, I'm thinking, a bit of a scam. At least the company that I'm forced to deal with in the province that I live in, because they are so reluctant to help with anything. Like they're not paying anything out. They're not helping in any way. I am not able to work on Wednesdays as per medical um, guidance. I don't know if that's the right word, but I'm not working on Wednesdays right now, which means my paychecks are missing 2 paydays per paycheck or more. If there's a stat weekend involved in that, like then it's 3 paydays or paycheck. Oh my God, I can't talk. 3 days of pay lost in a paycheck. And like, that's not doable, clearly, because now I'm having to dig into rollover money and gift money and long-term savings money just to be able to do bare minimum, and that's not even allowing me to pay everything that I would normally pay. And it's going to get worse before it gets better, because they have created a gradual return to work program, which means I'm actually going to be working fewer hours in the week, but they're going to be in office. And I'm terrified for what's going to happen to me money wise, because I don't know how they expect people to be able to do that. So I have a phone call scheduled for next week with my union rep, to sort of talk to her, to be like, how am I supposed to be working such few hours and making such a small amount of money and still being able to pay bills? Like, this can't be the solution. I don't understand. Yeah, that's not really your problem though. And I'm sorry for like nattering on about it to you. I'm just very frustrated and scared, to be honest, because like my mom has been helping me out as best as she can, and I'm incredibly grateful for that. But she shouldn't have to be. Like, I'm a grown ass adult. I should be able to have my finances in order and be able to at least pay, my rent, my bills, buy groceries, put things into savings every paycheck. And with each progressive smaller paycheck, I'm getting farther and farther away from being able to do that. And I suppose I could just really dig deep into all of what little big savings I have. I call it big savings. I think of it as like they're like my long-term savings for like big goals. And I suppose I'm just going to have to be digging into that and using that and then rebuilding that from scratch, which really sucks because like the car accident wasn't my fault, and yet I'm paying for it dearly because of the way the system is set up in the province that I live. So yeah, that's happening. But that's really why I haven't been showing the budget videos, because I'm failing drastically, horrendously. I'm going into the red, into the negatives every paycheck, and there's nothing I can figure out to fix it except for pulling from savings, which I guess is just what I'm going to have to keep doing. These pages didn't get filled out. They never do. It's fine. I've started prep for March in an attempt to be more on the ball with things during March budgeting. So I have my calendar all set and ready to go. My next paycheck will be on this coming Friday, so that'll be on, where is it, on the 8th of March. So I've already filled in the dates up there for the days of the paychecks in March. And yeah, next time you see me, I'll be doing a budgeting video with information on these, well, this page, just on this page. And we'll see. We'll see how it goes, if I can figure out some kind of magical way to make the money work. But yeah, so, I'm sorry that I disappeared with the budgeting videos, because I really do enjoy making them. It's just, I don't really think anybody necessarily wants to be watching a failure video. So that's where I'm at with these right now. But hopefully they will get better. Hopefully the concussion will finally finish getting better, and I'll be back to working full-time hours and making what will seem like an extraordinary amount of money compared to what I'm bringing in right now, because I'll just be having my regular full paycheck, and I'll be able to fix some of the damage that has happened. For now, I hope everybody out there is doing so much better than me. I hope you're staying safe out there, getting ready for spring wherever you are. We just had sort of a week of returning winter a little bit, but now I think we're going back into better weather. And things always improve when the weather's better, right? Because it's easier to see the silver lining to things when you're not also dealing with snow. Yeah, have a great week, you guys. I will be doing a next budgeting video next weekend. I will chat to you all then, and we'll see what happens. Bye.